So that time, if I'm not wrong, memory is tricky, we know, but what I remember is that the task was to draw a pear and an apple. There was a picture of a pear and an apple, and you were asking people to just draw them. And I look at my paper, got very anxious, tried to do what I could do, which was an horrible sketch of the contour of the pear and the apple, and then I gave the drawing to you, and you basically divided the drawings in different groups according to the worst to the best, which was kind of very, very strong on us. And I remember that my group was, of course, my drawing was part of the worst ones. Because in fact, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that the first thing that someone who can draw learns is that when you're drawing objects, you don't start from the borders. You don't start from the contour, which was exactly what I was trying to achieve, and I thought that I was really on that. So two things about that, just one thing about that I really realized that you have to know where to start when you want to draw. So that was the thing that I learned that time. But I like to compare this that experience with today. I still can't draw, and actually I knew that I was supposed to draw today. So when you asked about talking about some problem, I thought, okay, I'll try to do some technical drawing. Maybe I'm better with technical drawing, and that's why I came up with the apartment idea. But also the technical drawing was very bad. But I just want to mention that today the experience has been much more having to do much more with working together and the social aspect of working together. And so if I compare the two experiences, the two tasks, I was feeling very alone and desperate and really with no chances at all 4 years ago. And now I still know that I can't draw, but the experience of working with diagrams and drawings and trying to make sense of the horrible sketches that I've drawn together with other people is a kind of very different experience. So this is my first comment. About the questions that are still open, and I think that today we have seen the importance of them. So I'll get down to three aspects that seems to me very important. The first aspect is, let's say, about the representational problem in a sense. So what did happen now? I mean, why the fact that we were using drawings and not just using words to discuss about the problems has changed in the way in which we thought about these problems. I think that this is still an issue that we have kind of described, but we haven't thought about enough. So again, I'm thinking of the extreme of someone who can't draw. What does it change for me who can draw to try to make, to express myself with a bad sketch? I mean, is it really helpful? Maybe it's not. Is it more helpful still to look at a drawing that someone like Sandro can draw? Does it tell me something about the problem that I couldn't access by my means and my competences? So this is the representational problem, I think, that is still to be assessed. So what is really peculiar of the fact that we are using diagrams. Drawing, sorry. I work on diagrams, so I have the tendency of use diagrams at the place of drawing. I could say that one thing is that I had fun, and I think that we all had fun, and so maybe that could be one aspect of it. So maybe make it visual, make it more shareable, more ambiguous, and so open to things that might be even new and fun. But still, I think one problem is this one. The other problem is the one that I was mentioning when I talked about me drawing apples and pears, which is the familiarity aspect of drawing. I mean, again, you said everybody draws, but is it real or can draw? I'm not sure. Again, what does that mean? How much you have to learn technically in order to draw the most stupid thing, and so how much expertise count also in being able to visually represent some kind of problems, and that's again an issue that is very important to assess. So again, from the point of view of someone who can draw, is it really helping me, this kind of research, if I don't have the competence to deal with it? I mean, maybe it's just a source of frustration. At the opposite, maybe I prefer to speak about these problems. And so, again, there is I think some reasons to be very careful about the positive and the advantages of drawing compared to other expressive means, just because we assume that everyone is happy with drawing. I mean, I'm not sure about it. And then, of course, again, as I said just now, there is the social aspect that is very important to be considered and assessed and investigated. So maybe the fact that we are using drawing instead of words make it more easy to share ideas, to again have fun about things. I mean, there is maybe something that can be said about the way in which this kind of activity can make things easily shareable and open the discussion, and also for maybe make people who normally by words are not able to express themselves. So to wrap up, again, these two aspects that I think still need to be assessed, and I would like you to think about it, or maybe you have already thought about it and you want to tell me what you think about it, which is really the representational specificity that it's in using a drawing and not a sentence. The importance of the expertise and familiarity with drawings. Today, I think that Sandro's question to one previous talk was very important. I mean, it's very important that we are assuming all the time that we are in a culture where drawings are very much common and used. But again, be careful with that. Maybe it doesn't mean that everyone draws. And then the social element of it. I mean, does drawing allows people to better share ideas, or so what would be like the advantage of drawing in bonding? Making bonds happen. And so that's my comment, and I think that's thank you very much for the fun, and I mean, I hope that I will be there in 4 years or something, but I assure you that I still won't be able to draw. So thank you anyway to remind me that every 4 years.